big supporter.
There you go.
Time now for This Week in Auto History, Mr. Mars.
Yes, sir. Got a few things here that we thought was really interesting this year, or this week in auto history. And I wanted to start off with March the 16th, 1913 was actually the first.
Year that I was born.
Yes. Where the heck did you go?
Here we go.
Did you lose your place?
No.
Well, I can't see
with the light, the bright
dadgum
light.
sun.
Hold on.
Here it is. There you
Gotcha.
go, Jeff.
Thank you.
Have at it.
I
Anyway,
think we need to
so
let
March
Mars, Mr.
16th,
Ooh.
1913.
Oh,
Look at that impact.
golly. You never see that. That's a 396 Impala. Anyway, I'm sorry.
No problem. So Ford's moving assembly line just didn't change manufacturing. It made performance more potential. They cut the building time so it put more cars out accessible to the masses, and people became enthusiasts overnight. So it expanded the whole car culture because there were more racers, more modifiers, and people that were just tinkering with their cars. And then when the aftermarket industry was developed, it really kicked things in. Now, in March the 21st, 1952, Mobile Economy Run highlights efficient engineering. Now, this was really a marketing contest between the automakers. The objective was to win the title and show that your car had more excellence in the build, in the quality of the engine, the quality of the car, and how it rode and drove. And it was truly a marketing thing that people used it for years and when they could win that title. Then March 18th, 1965, Chevrolet Mark IV Big Block V8 came out. Now, this is when Chevrolet pumped this out and got into the horsepower wars of the 1960s. They were big engines with big displacement and big torque. It became a favorite of drag racers and street machines. One of them was the 366 cubic inch. It was a 6.0-liter big block V8 engine, primarily used for
talk about no stinking liters back then. It was all cubic inch.
366 cubic inch.
Thank you. There ain't no liters. We don't care about that.
No obla liters. Okay. So this was the big truck engine, and it found its way into a lot of race cars because it was built heavy duty. Now, then came the 396 cubic inch engine. This was in the 1965 Corvette. It was an L78 option rated at 435 horsepower. Now, you could also get a Z16 Chevelle, and it came up with 375 horsepower. Now, in the 1970, the 402 came out, and this was really just a 396 bored out by 30, and it wasn't that much larger, but they continued marketing as a 396 and putting it in smaller cars at the same time, which I did not know. Then March the 19th, the Chevrolet Camaro was actually pulled out, and code name was Panther. I thought that was rather interesting. It was built to compete with the Mustang. What they call it the Panther because the Camaro is a small, vicious animal that eats Mustangs. That was the marketing thing. March 17th, 1970, Clean Air Act pressure. That reshaped performance cars. Basically, they killed the muscle cars when they did that. And they started shifting to the smaller cars, not necessarily brute performance, but everything fuel economy. Then in March the 21st, 1972, as a result of the Clean Air Act in 1970, the Honda Civic came in, and it led the way for a lot of small cars that were more fuel efficient, and a lot of people went that way because of the high price of gasoline, car insurance, and everything else that went into killing off the muscle cars.
Perfect.
What goes around comes around.
There you go.